I am changing my YouTube strategy, and it might be time for you to do so too. We know that YouTube is an ever-evolving, ever-changing platform, and we need to make sure we're adapting our strategies to meet the needs and expectations of our community as we are growing. And we know that across the board, it's going to be different in different niches or in different areas. The educational space, where you're doing tutorials and how-tos and step-by-step procedures, is gonna look a little different than the entertainment space, where you are just doing things to engage with your audience, but you're not actually instructing them on anything. We know that these are different spaces, and the way that the community interacts is going to be different. So a key takeaway from today's episode is that you have to research your space. What's working for me might not work for you, might not work for the next person. But we know as an umbrella concept, your individual spaces, your niches, the types of content you create typically have a pretty decent flow. So what works for this style, educational, instructional, growing and helping people to do things step by step, most of that is going to look pretty much the same. And the people who are in the entertainment space or the people who are in the vlog space, those things have overarching themes that are working for them and going to change. So researching, looking at the people who are leading in this space and what they're doing can help be an indicator on what you need to do in your YouTube channel as well. But let's break down a couple of things that we're seeing more or less across the board that you can take into consideration, and then do your own research to apply it to your areas. So across the board, we are starting to see people want a little more time and effort put into the content creation. We are looking to see more B-roll. We are looking to see more connection. So even in our instructional videos, and you guys know I do a lot of tutorials, I teach a lot on how to do things. And so I'm less personal in my content. And that is a really big thing that I am aware of. I am less personal. You don't see my personal life. You don't see my dogs very often. You don't see me going out and doing things. You don't see the day in the life content. You get instructional content because that's why you're here. You're not here for me. You're here from what you can get from me. And so I do things very straightforward. I get you the point. I tell you how to get there, and then I get you back to what you were doing. But you're going to start to see me implementing more B-roll, more vlogs, more day in the life, because that connection is so craved. In fact, if you go to my community tab, I often post really cool things where you can engage with me. Polls, questions, reminders. I ask you for your opinions on things. It's kind of swaying toward, you're going to see more of this, swaying toward how I engage on Instagram stories. Across the board, on all the social platforms, people are looking more for connection. They're looking really for two things: that community connection, the parasocial relationships we can have with the creators that we want to follow, and the people who are living the lives that we want to live. And we are seeing this need for more time and effort and education put into the content we're creating. So we are no longer seeing that like low level, low energy, low effort content succeeding. There was a time when we started out on social media where everything was like very magazine quality, curated, highly polished, Instagram, the OG. And then we moved into, well, I just want to see them in their real life. So people would sit down without doing their hair and makeup. They would sit down while eating breakfast. They would like walk and talk. They would do things that were less effort and more community, more connection, more, she's just like me. But now we're wanting to see more of people investing back into their community. And that really is a key takeaway. And so we're getting a lot of those here in this episode. A key takeaway is that people want to see you're investing into your work. They want to see that you're putting that effort in, that you're not just here for the views, for the monetization, for, to build up a platform where you can get brand deals and things like that. They want to see that you're investing into your community. So that's answering questions. That is responding to comments. I cannot tell you how many people show up in my comments on my videos about how to find comments on your videos or responses to your comments on videos, saying that nobody ever responds to them. These creators are not engaging with them. And there's a lot to say on that one, which I've done videos on, but I see so many people who just crave that connection. They just want a response. They want acknowledgement. They want awareness of their existence from the creators that they love. And that, when they get it, is monumental in your parasocial relationship with your viewers. So when you take the time to answer every single comment like I do, That really makes a huge difference. When I see comments coming in, I always, if I am able to, the second I see a comment come in, I will respond to it. I don't wait. I don't put that off. Obviously, I'm not going to respond to everything the second it goes up because I might be doing the dishes, or I might be walking my dogs. I might be in the movie theater. I might be doing other things. But when I see it, then I respond. Anytime I get a notification, I am responding to those things immediately upon seeing it. There are some things that I don't get notifications on and I find months later, and I apologize for that because that's YouTube just not telling me that you commented. But I actively respond to everything that I see because I'm there to support my community. I'm learning how to level up my content, how to do better editing, how to do better lighting, how to do different types of content. I am starting to really strongly research vlogging and day in the life content so I can bring you behind the scenes of what it's like to be a single content creator who puts out one video on each YouTube every single day. I have 3. I am showing you the behind the scenes of how I get my brand deals. I'm showing you the behind the scenes of how I do these things. I'm leveling that up because I'm so used to different types of content. I do a lot of instructional content, and that's very different than those behind the scenes. So I have been actively studying the last month or two how to do vlogging, how to tell that story through vlogging with also still having a point. I'm learning how to make it more personal, more customized to my audience, but I'm also learning skills and techniques and technology to help me make my videos better. I am at a good quality level. I'm a professional photographer and videographer, but there's always something to learn, always something to grow from. So I am actively putting that time and effort in to do new things, to keep up with it. Because, and I'm going to take you way back here, there was a time when PowerPoints, so like a slideshow of images on social media, yielded sales, yielded community, and that is not the case anymore. It's not 2001. We are now well into the evolution of how people are growing in this space. And so if you see people doing very low level, low effort, that's not going to resonate with most people. And you don't have to be really, really skilled at this. You don't have to be like floating in the air doing outfit changes in your videos. You don't have to have that skill level. But what we do need to see is that you're leveling up. We're taking steps to go up. You've seen it on my channel. There have been so many iterations of what I do and how I do it and how I'm having those conversations. I have gone from different backgrounds to fancier backgrounds to other types of backgrounds that met different niche expectations. The way that I film, the technology I film on, how I edit, how I'm doing, there's been such an evolution. You can go back and look at my videos. There's a lot that I've pulled from different places and spaces on how I'm using things and how I'm implementing things. And you can see I've tried a lot of different things too, so that I learn what works best for my audience. So my strategy right now on YouTube is to heavily lean into leveling up my content, creating much more personal content so you can connect with me on a parasocial relationship. P.S. If you're here watching this, ask me questions. Tell me what you want to learn about me. I'm implementing it into my upcoming videos so that you can learn a little bit more about me and connect with me and learn how I've gotten to the point in my career that I have so that you can do similar things. And I am actively leaning into community-based conversations. So my comment section, I'm actively telling people to DM me or to email me or to reach out to me. I am leaning into shorts. I am leaning into, especially on some of my other channels, I'm heavily leaning into daily shorts because they work so well for that community growth. And I am trying different things on different channels. So, I've got this channel here where I teach social media marketing education. I have my author life where I'm teaching fiction author life stuff, where I'm teaching publishing, all of that. And then I've got my puppy influencer because I've got my dogs. And I'm doing different things on each channel to learn, to grow, and to learn inside of those niches and those industries and those sections of YouTube so that I can then bring it here, dump it into these videos where I'm educating you and helping you to grow here through this channel. So I am heavily focusing on community building and letting you more into my life where you are seeing the behind the scenes so that you're not just showing up for answers. Because this is really where I kind of, caused myself a little bit of a hang up. I have for many years on this channel done tutorials where I show you information. Step 1, 2, 3. Here's the buttons to click. Here's how to do it. And you all showed up for that information. But the vast majority of my views, of my engagement, are from people who don't know me and people who are not going to continue to show up for me. They follow me for the tutorials and they pick and choose what they want to see based on their needs. And that's great. But it also means I don't have a dedicated fan base that shows up just because I'm here, just because I exist. I have some of you that show up and watch all of my videos. And to you, I must say I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Please introduce yourself in the comments. I want to form like a little club. I want to know who you are and I want to shout you out. And when I know who you are, I can also use you or your business types as examples in the videos so that you don't even have to think extra. I'm literally doing the work for you. So please say hi. I love you all. But I have not created in this space on this channel. I have in other areas, but I'm not in this channel. I have not created a big, massive following that is here just because I'm here. There are some other creators who started out doing educational content and swayed into more like vlogs and things because they showed their life during their tutorials. It took more time. I pride myself on getting you in and out very quickly to get your answers and get back to what you were doing. But those people slowed it down and they showed how they were doing the dishes and they showed how they were hanging out with their dogs while also educating you. And because they did, they grew a personal following that has followed them through many transitions. If I upended my channel right now and tried to do something different, most of you wouldn't follow me because you're here for the tutorials, you're not here for me. So I am changing that. I'm actively working to change that here because I have that on my other platforms and thank God I do because I really like that. It's a really great way for me to have those relationships with people and give them what they need to help them to grow and do all the fun things, but also because those people have burned people to the ground that they thought were not treating me well. I tried to stop it. I didn't know about it till it was too late, but I've seen them shut down entire publishing houses because of the way that they treated me and the way they treated my fans. Having dedicated followers who are there to support you in life's ups and downs are really important. And we'll see you through the transitions and we'll see you through the lean times and we'll see you through the times when you are uninspired. And so I am leaning more heavily into personalizing a lot of this content. In fact, I've got some really big plans for filming next week. I've been leading up to this, and so a lot of the content I've been creating is to have that content so that I have the time and space to do the new things and start implementing those. So that's coming soon. But I am shifting what I'm doing on YouTube to focus more on the community building and on the letting you into my personal life so that we have more of a relationship with each other and not just teacher-student. So let me know what you think down below. Let me know what you want to learn more and let me know what you want to see more here on this channel when it comes to getting to know me a little bit better in the context of the valuable information that I am giving you. And let me know what you need to know when it comes to your strategy on YouTube so we can help you level up and make this your most profitable year ever with the least amount of stress and overwhelm and time commitment on the content you're creating. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.